Madam Vice President, Donald Trump agreed to 3 debates. Will you be participating in all 3?
I've always been on record. I am looking forward to debating Donald Trump, and we have a date of September 10th. I hear he is finally committed to it. I'm looking forward.
What about the other 2?
Madam Vice President, there's been a lot of questions about when you're going to sit down for your first interview since being the nominee. Do you have any updates on that?
I've talked to my team. I want us to get an interview scheduled before the end of the month.
Kamala comes out and is really hitting her stride. She looks presidential. She sounds presidential. I cannot wait to vote for her. And then she rolls out the most exceptional candidate I have ever seen. I like this guy so much. American politics, they always say, who do you want to go have a beer with? That's like child's play with what I want to do with Tim Moore. Yeah. I want to introduce him to my dogs. Yes. And I want to hang out with him and my dogs. And I want to spend real quality time with him because he is an exceptional person. He is the exact type of leadership we need right now on this ticket.
Everybody crying about, Joe Biden didn't forgive my student loans. Neither did Kamala Harris. Oh, Joe Biden's got inflation up. So does Kamala Harris. Like everything that you blaming Joe Biden for, Kamala Harris is the same beast. It's just a different face. Yo, if you a Cammy Cam fan, today was a good day. Not only was the sun shining, when I got out of work, I was able to go enjoy some few hours outdoors. Now I'm back here in the lab. I'm also seeing Cammy with the good hair has a plan to put a policy in place that would not put taxes on the tips anymore. Now we're going to take a look at her actual campaign page in a second. But before that, I wanted to take a look at what was actually said and what was previously said by the media when ideas like this were floated around. Before I actually get to the clip, I'm going to play what Trump had to say back at the RNC.
At the center of our plan for economic relief are massive tax cuts for workers that include something else that's turned out to be very popular, actually. Here it's very popular in this building and all those hotels that I saw that are so nice. I'm staying in a nice one. It's called no tax on tips. No tax on tips.
When he said this, he was met with a lot of kickback by the mainstream media. Because, of course, everything Orange Man says is bad.
Because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips.
This Trump idea is unrealistic.
But here's the actual deal with what Trump is suggesting. The all caps tax relief are actually backdoor ways to give rich people big tax breaks.
Smart enough to know the difference between, as they said, real solutions and wild campaign promises from a convicted felon.
It seems a little bit impractical. Out of taxes on tips is just kind of silliness.
The Biden campaign kind of scoffs at this idea as well.
Last night, we saw a big speech in Nevada by Kamala Harris, and she came out for no tax on tips.
And eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
This is just one of those economic policies that will go to the heart of doing something directly for people that they can feel.
She had a focus on the middle class, and so eliminating taxes on tips will help people that go to work every day and bust their butts to keep food on the table, clothes on their back.
To make America
We're going to make America great again.
Yo, do y'all believe this? Really? She's saying if she's elected that she will cut out no tax. Why won't she do it now? Why have her and President Biden hired tens of thousands of IRS agents? These people sitting here applauding, clapping for her like if she's not the sitting vice president. Like if she couldn't do it with a swipe of the pen or work with Joe Biden like she said she's been doing for the past 3.5 years. Why can't she do that to get this passed already? Why can't she do that to fix the problems at the southern border? Why does she need to wait till she becomes president? All that this administration cares about doing is squeezing out the middle class. All right, you can't tell me anything different. You can't tell me the way that people are struggling for jobs, the way that people are struggling for housing, to do their grocery shopping, to get to and from work. It's clear to me that the Democratic Party wants to wipe out the middle class and, just have everyone in the poor class if you're not an elite. And how much different will Kamala Harris's party be than the Joe Biden administration? Up to now, Kamala Harris has not sat down for any interviews. Up to now, she has not answered any questions. I don't even think that she will answer any questions from anyone on the other side of the aisle. And nobody has a problem with it. People on the left don't have a problem with less than 3 months until the election. We have nothing on Kamala Harris. All right. And then everyone's saying, oh, well, maybe she can't answer a question right when somebody asks her. OK, I got one better for you. This is the Trump Vance official page, all right? If you come to it, there's a couple of things you can do. All right, you can contribute, you can shop, you can get merch. You know, I've never seen a president with as many people wearing the merch as I see of President Trump. All right, so shout out to his marketing team on that. All right, but here you can get, look, a whole bunch of merch. All right, y'all seeing Kamala Harris merch out there? Let me know. So then back to the page here. Okay, you can volunteer. Okay, you can join the movement here. It's Agenda 47, his platform, not Project 2025. As much as people want to push it, oh, he's bringing Project 2025. No, as soon as they said something about it to him, he immediately said that he's not with it. But, you know, people just want to continue going with it and running with it. This is actually what he runs on, Agenda 47. Okay, and here you can hit the link and go here. You can read about it. These are his 20 things that these are his 20 promises. All right, the core promises to make America great again. You can go take a look at it on your own, but there are a lot of good things in here. All right, a lot of good things that at least turn the direction. All right, but stick with me. All right, stick with me. But if you come to the bottom of the page, you can go here and read more about the Trump Republican platform. All right, and here you have, let me see if I can get the page count. You have 16 pages. All right, that you can go through and check out what his actual policies are. Then you come over to the Harrison Walls page, all right? This is the donation page that greets you. All right, let's check it out. We got more donations across the top. We got Meet Kamala Harris. Okay, this is a profile, okay? Like you know, just what she's accomplished, all right? Okay, her and her husband, all right? Her and her husband. Her and her husband. Here, let me get a little bit for y'all. Her and her husband. Her and her husband. All the wokies out there, that's her and her husband, okay? All right, so then I get back to the top. I go to Meet Tim Walz. Again, it's the same thing, okay? Okay, the face of masculinity right here, okay? This is the coach, right? Somebody's, what did she say in the beginning clip? This is who she wants to introduce to her dog or something like that. I don't know. That was weird as hell. Anyway, so take action. So take action would be donating, I'm guessing. Put me in, coach. Oh, that's so cute. Events. We got events. We got Zoom calls. We got Team Harris Facebook groups, so a whole bunch of reaching out to people. Harris for president, all right? Store. Let's see what kind of merch they got. What kind of merch they got up in the store. All right, Team Harris Walls. Team Harris Walls coach. Harris Walls, all right? They don't even got near as much merch. But I understand that they're new. They got to get everything together. Then we got the donate, all right? Then we got joining on the campaign. Where's there any literature? Where's there any policy? Where's there anything like that? All it is 2 about me profiles. Take action with a donation. Events, which is that like the Zoom calls and stuff. A store, and then another donation. But there's no actual nothing to go off of. I don't know what they stand for. I don't know what direction they want to see the country going in. And I understand the two just got together. And I know Kamala wants him to Tim Walz to have his, 10 seconds of sunshine. But if I'm being honest, I'm just gonna say she's an extension of the Joe Biden administration. All right, so we have at least that to look forward for the next 4 years. Potentially 8 years, and who knows how extreme she could get, because she has the most tiebreakers as the vice president in history. To not sit down for an interview, all right, a week, 2 weeks, like, okay, we'll give you a little bit of grace, but it's been almost 4 weeks since Kamala Harris has been announced to be the Democratic nominee, and she has not even sat down, even with an outlet that would not ask her tough questions, Check it out. I had to actually write it down. Joe Biden dropped out and announced Kamala as the new Democratic nominee on July 21st. Okay? Kamala Harris has not done anything since then. Today is now August 13th as the recording of this video. In comparison, July 15th, J.D. Vance was announced to be the VP running mate for the Republican nominee in President Trump. All right. Since then, I've seen J.D. Vance at least on 2 interviews on the other side. Okay, and I don't know how many he's done with people on the conservative side or the Republicans and stuff like that, but he's at least done 2 interviews on the other side. And I know for sure one was with Dana Bash. So I don't want to hear anything about Kamala Harris or Tim Walz are ready to get on the debate stage with Trump and Vance. If you're still here this far in the video, I appreciate it. And I'm interested to know, what are you thinking about this all? What do you think about Cammy with the good hair coming out and saying that she does not want to put taxes on tips even months after President Trump's already been running on that? This may be one of the first policies or promises we've heard her give on the campaign trail, along with the ones that we've already heard. I'm talking about some nuance since she's actually become the face of the Democratic Party. Cammy saying she doesn't want to tax tips, but hired tons of IRS agents to do just that, allegedly. And also go after people making business transactions, you know, through third-party websites like Venmo. And now this being the first real policy I've heard from her since she's become the actual face of the Democrat Party, people are eating this up, and she's the sitting vice president. She could easily work with President Biden to get this passed tomorrow. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have an amazing direction for the way they want to see this country run. And you could clearly see that when you go to the campaign page. It's full of promises and actions that will be implemented on day one. Or do you think the mainstream media, for how they reported on it, and the campaign team, I mean, y'all have not had any interviews for Kamala Harris. Y'all have not had any debates lined up for her. Well, now I guess September 10th, one that I know of that we have lined up for sure. The time's not even for certain. But when you go to the site, there's nothing there. I don't see any promises. I don't see any action. I don't see anything. Maybe they are genius, keeping her hidden from the media, hidden from the public, hidden from vulnerability. Maybe that's what it'll take to get her elected. Because in 2020, a lot of people were calling her not equipped for the job. And now all of a sudden, she can magically do it, even though for the last 3.5 years she hasn't. If you're truly supporting Kamala Harris, it should be insulting to you the way that she's running her campaign. That she's not even saying anything and she just expects you to show up and blindly vote for her. And hey, you're stupid too, because you're just showing up there and I don't know what this person's promising me. I don't know how this will change and affect my personal life. But because this person's black, because this person's this, that, a sorority girl, used to live in San Francisco, whatever, man. Y'all take whatever y'all get. All right, y'all take whatever y'all get. Everybody crying about, oh, Joe Biden didn't forgive my student loans. Neither did Kamala Harris. Oh, Joe Biden's got inflation up. So does Kamala Harris. Like everything that you blaming Joe Biden for, Kamala Harris is the same beast. It's just a different face. That's all I really got to say on that. I'm not really saying it to y'all. I'm talking to the ones in the back that make the most noise, yelling and shit like that. But till the next video, y'all be safe and stay wavy.